everybody!
Meow.
Meow. Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Here.
Hi, everybody. I did not crop it correctly. That's alright. I'm recropping it now.
It worked.
Didn't work.
It worked for me.
It worked for you? Well, good job. Wait, what? Why is
Yeah, you
browser
also
like this?
have to hit refresh. Hit refresh on the source there.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Fresh cache of current
because mine
page.
was still. Yeah,
Oh, hey,
mine
look.
was still on the offline screen too. We're professionals.
We're professionals. We know what we're doing.
Oh, hey, look, an ad break.
And an ad break, and I can hear it. God damn it.
Yeah, you have to check control audio through OBS, and then in the audio mixer, click on the mute. Where it'll say
there we go.
the browser first.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Not everything is fixed, but a lot of
I wonder
things
if
are
I'll
fixed.
get double the ad income because all of your viewers are watching my ads too.
I would hope so. I would hope so. I don't think Twitch is that generous, but
no, that's not how that works.
it should work that way. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. All right, we're actually live now, and I fixed everything. Hooray! Hi, everybody.
It's working. There's also an infinite, what would you say, tesseract of streams getting smaller and smaller and smaller in the corner.
If you just really zoom in on my screen or Ike's screen, you'll see our screens just zoomed in all the way somehow. But hello, everybody.
At what point do we lose it? Where does it become just like 1 pixel?
I have no idea. Someone's gonna have to figure that out for us. But welcome on in. Thank you so much for being here. Armpit Pete, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And whoever gave me a subscription on Ikestream, I really appreciate it. I'm not looking at Ikestream currently, but thank you. Edufit, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. This is Ike's idea, so I'll let Ike take it away of like what we're doing today. But welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Yeah,
I have to
take it away.
Explain things.
Yeah, what are we doing today, Ike?
It's true. That's true. Hey, Armpit Pete. Also, good to see you here and there and everywhere.
Armpit Pete. I like the name. Also, very good honk. Thank you for the honk.
Yes. Well, what's going on today is we are streaming a collaborative team project called Marvelous Comic Cover Challenge. Bree and I are not teamed up together, but we are working on our trades with our teammates. And the whole project is to collaborate with other artists and streamers and celebrate superheroes and comic books and get some cool art trades in. So I myself will be working on a collaboration with Bearded Jalapeno, who is another streamer here on Twitch. This is the sketch that he gave me, and then I'll let Bree explain what she's working on.
I'm working on a sketch. Well, I'm working on a inspirational sketch that I did of a sketch that Edufit gave me. But my partner is Edufit, who is lovely, who is in the chat right now in my chat. And he chose Miss Marvel, and I chose Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So we're doing a little bit. I'm doing a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur cover. And Edufit has already finished the piece that I gave him for a sketch, so it already looks great. So now I have to finish mine. But yeah, Edufit gave me like a very really rough sketch of Moon Girl and Moon Girl racing in front of Devil Dinosaur with Miss Marvel, like holding onto the neck of the dinosaur, but it was in it wasn't front on, it was like side on, and I changed it to be front on because I thought it would be a little bit more dynamic, but still the same vibe.
Really dynamic.
Yeah.
Ooh. Feels like you could do one of those 3D glasses special edition old comics, that they did in the 90s.
Oh, that'd be so cute if it'd be so cute if it was one of those things where it one of the pieces that like if you tilt it one way it looks like this, and if you tilt it the other way it looks different, but it's just like them like running through the streets. Be really cute.
Yeah. Or the modern equivalent would be like you scan a QR code or use like an augmented reality thing on your phone. And have it like have like a filter that like
That'd be really cute. Oh, Edufit sent me a picture of the original sketch. Here's the original sketch that Edufit sent me. Yeah.
There's so many good ideas in this.
It was a very, very
total,
good idea.
6 different team ups for the project, and it is due to be finished April 28th, which is National Superhero Day, a day made by Marvel Comics, I think in 1995. All about celebrating superheroes. So
yeah, it's super fun. We did it last year as well, and I was with Sammy, and Ike also did something really, really pretty. But the reason that me and Ike are streaming is because Bearded wasn't able to stream with Ike, so I'm stepping in and streaming with Ike and talking and celebrating this cool thing. So
yeah, and we're just gonna work on these projects and hopefully get to talking about all sorts of stuff. I don't know, you guys are wild over there. we're lurky over here. We just do art and redeem waifus.
Look, being lurky and also drawing hot girls is super great, and I'm super here for that. But yes, we get up to silly things over here. But I also just want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. So, Little Fox Meow Art, welcome on in. Armpit Pete, once again, thank you so much for the follow. Odds, welcome on in. Lemon, welcome on in. Danny and Ike, you're also in my chat. Hello. I see you also redeemed a bonded Stardew Farm, all the watering cans, McDoodle, and I'm very excited.
Yes. Sam's so strong. Carry so many watering cans.
Yeah, you were carrying like 3 full watering cans yesterday?
4.
4?
I had 2 copper and 2 unupgraded. I yoinked everyone's watering can that they put in the public tool chest. I was like, mine.
I had 1 watering can and you had 4 watering cans. But yeah, Matt, welcome on in, and Jeremiah Blob, hello, welcome on in, and Amity, thank you so much for the lurk, and I think that's everybody that's in my chat. Hello, oh, and Riker, hello Riker, hello, and everybody in Ike's chat, since I am now looking at Ike's chat too. Alistair, hello, welcome on in. You're the only one that is chatting that isn't overlapped, so hello as well. Have a good lurk, Raker. But yeah, we're just gonna start on the sketches and stuff. I mean, we're just kind of vibing and talking about superheroes. But what's everybody's? I think the first like question that I want to ask chat before we like get started on anything, before we like get really into it, is like, who is everybody's favorite Marvel superhero? What is, like, if you had to do this challenge, who would be the one that the superhero that you guys would choose? Because I'm curious.
For me, that has 2 different answers.
Really? Okay.
Because my favorite Marvel superhero is Spider-Man, but I actually feel like I'm not very good at drawing Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is all about like drawing like muscles and like basically bald head shapes, and I am not good at drawing bald head shapes. And so I feel like I'm not good at drawing Spider-Man, but I love Spider-Man, so like that's the struggle there.
I mean, I feel you. Hair is one of my like favorite things to draw, and that's why I don't usually draw. Hey, AV Kid, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. But yeah, that's why I don't usually draw like fully masked up, like suited up superheroes, and I go for like the girlies, because I like drawing hair, and also I got really into Marvel Comics when I was in high school, and when I was in high school they had like they the Inhuman, like, green fog, which made, like, a bunch of new superheroes in the universe, and which was when Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur happened, which is when Miss Marvel happened, which is when the resurgence of Squirrel Girl happened, which is when the resurgence of a bunch of other characters happened, and, like, a bunch of new teen superheroes, and so I'm, like, super into the, like, teen superheroes, so... That's why last year I picked Squirrel Girl, and this year I picked Moon Girl. But yeah, Moon Girl, Squirrel Girl, and I think Miss Marvel are, like, my 3 favorite,
and I know practically nothing about all of those characters because I actually kind of stopped reading comics all the way back in probably like 2004, 2005.
Oh wow.
I think the only comics that I had were old runs from like Dark Horse or like stuff like that for like Tomb Raider, Star Wars. Like I had some Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man run, but yeah, I haven't actually read any like modern Marvel or DC.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped reading comics. Like, I read a bunch of comics in high school, and then I stopped reading comics in college because I had to read for college, and I didn't want to read anything else. But yeah, no, I read mostly all, like, the teen superheroes, like America Chavez. I also, like, one of my first Marvel comics that I ever read was The Runaways by Neil Gaiman. I think that was written by Neil Gaiman. I'm pretty sure. Which was also super good. So, like, teen superheroes is kind of, like, my jam. And Danny is right there with me.
I kind of
like
stopped reading in general, like, a long time ago. It's been difficult for me to, like, set time aside to read.
Yeah. I'm trying to get back into reading this year. But it's been hard. Attention
like
spans go away.
Yeah.
It's not very nice. Ooh, Matt says Nightcrawler / Storm and Miles Morales Spider-Man. I mean, Miles Morales Spider-Man is also up there with the, like, teen superheroes for me. I mean, I love the girlies because I'm a girly and I can project myself into them. But Miles Morales is, like, also super good. And Miles Morales, like, the team-ups between Miles Morales and Miss Marvel and the Miss Marvel and Miles Morales comics are, like, so good. They're so good. Nightcrawler is what got me into reading the X-Men, which is what got me into reading comics. And Ike is actually drawing Nightcrawler.
Why is my battery already low? These are charging overnight.
Well, that's rude. Also, Odds also is saying Nightcrawler, so for all of you Nightcrawler fans, Ike is currently drawing Nightcrawler. So.
Yeah, Nightcrawler was the character that I picked for this collaboration, and Bearded picked She-Hulk. Last year, I picked Jubilee from the X-Men.
Riker says either Captain America or Wolverine for his favorite. A lot of people really like X-Men. X-Men. I just never really got into X-Men. Mainly because, again, I got into reading Human Race.
I didn't read much of the X-Men comics, but I gotta be honest, I really enjoyed the early Fox movies. You know, the Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Femke Jensen, or whatever her name is, who was Jean, like, and then James Marsden for Cyclops. Like, I loved those films, even if some people might think they're kind of, I don't know, like, not really corny, or I'm not sure what. It's not campy either, but, like, I don't know. Some people really have some sort of hate for the, like, 2000s early superhero films.
Yeah.
I feel like there's sort of a divide between, like, before Batman Begins and after Batman Begins in terms of, like, superhero films.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, I had only ever heard, like, bad thing, like not bad things, but like really mixed things about superhero movies until like the Marvel Cinematic Universe started being a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that so with Iron Man being that what kind of kicked that off, that was around the same time as the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. And so that sort of turn was really the change in public opinion on superhero movies. Even though, you know, sure the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans were successful
Yeah.
and popular, yeah. It wasn't really until like The Dark Knight
Yeah.
and all that like superhero movies really started to get a different kind of respect, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people loved the Dark Knight trilogies.
Yeah.
Trilogy. I think. I didn't watch them because at the time I was frightened of the possibilities of violence.
Yeah. And Batman Begins had some violence. Especially in the end act with the prison riot.
Yeah. That's like the thing about like live action Batman that I found is that it's like really very like violent and dark and sad, and then like comic and like animated Batman a lot of the time are like is kind of silly.
Yeah. Or the like animated Batman can get very real, but like in a kind of wholesome way.
Yeah. Like, my favorite Batman movie for sure is the Lego Batman, but that's because I love campy things so much.
I've never seen that one.
I
think my favorite Batman movie overall was, I don't remember the exact title, but it was like Batman Mr. Freeze. It was one of the like WB animated movies, and it introduced Mr. Freeze and his whole like thing where he's trying to save his wife and everything, and his like struggle with that in an interesting way. Of course, you know, a villain way of solving problems.
Sure.
I just kidnap these random people. Surely it's fine because it's all about saving my wife. Like, all right, go ahead, Mr. Freeze. That. But yeah, love that, and all of the other like WB mashups, like the Batman Superman one where Lex Luthor and the Joker team up, fight them. Oh, that was a good one. I mean, John, the Dark Knight movies are completely separate from the other DC movies, but it did set a tone.
Yeah, it set a tone that didn't necessarily hold up to a lot of the
problem
other
is
franchises.
The tone was only good for Batman.
Right.
And even then, it's like, is that really the best representation of Batman? Yeah, exactly. The Dark Knight films were great films that taught the wrong thing about how to do comic book movies. It was like, everyone just thought, you gotta copy that without realizing the context.
Yeah, everything needs to be dark and edgy, right?
Yeah.
No, comic books are campy. Make them campy. And as Danny says, the MCU is now also back in mixed reviews because they did so many things, and then now they don't know what to do with all of their stuff, and they can't just go back to origin stories, and they want to like make it accessible to just random people, and it's just
This is the problem with major comic universes in general, is they start to get so convoluted that eventually they go, oh no, we have to restart, and then they do the like New 52 or the Ultimate series for Marvel. Like, it's just eventually, when you tell stories that don't have an end, you get into convolution.
Yeah.
But the infinite money printing machine gotta go burr, so...
Oh, yeah.
You can't have stories end or characters ever grow or anything.
Hey, hi Crazy, welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Also, back to about reading comics. John is saying that it is possible to get your attention span back, and that's what I've been trying to do. But after like the first few months of the year, and my brain being like, maybe not, and I'm like, but please, I do want to read. But it's like, but you could do anything else.
Yeah, and for me, that's generally play video games. Unfortunately.
Exactly. It's like I could play video games instead of reading right now.
Yeah. That's another big reason, like the sort of instant gratification that other things give besides reading is another huge reason why I haven't like gotten very far in like writing my comic book or anything like that, because drawing has much more instant gratification than writing does.
Yeah.
Because I can draw a whole drawing in a day, but I cannot write a story in a day. You know how long I have to wait for the gratification of like getting to the scene I'm excited to write, or like having something complete enough that it feels like
I did something. Like you did something.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The instant gratification serotonin is like kind of what my brain chases now, and I'm trying to like make more time to do reading and stuff, and I'm kind of doing that, and I'm reading a lot of like online comics. Like I've never stopped really reading like webtoons and comics and stuff, so I guess that kind of counts. But like,
I want to
books.
find a new webcomic to read. Just don't know what I want to read. You know? Like I don't know what sort of genre to look for, or what sort of like story.
Luckily, I'm a huge romance nerd, and there are a lot of romance comics.
Yeah, that is the main thing I see on like Webtoon and stuff, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know where to find the stories that I want, because I also just don't really know what I want to read. I feel like my interests in sci-fi are not just sci-fi in general, but like a specific kind of vibe that I can't quite place. So I don't know what sort of stories to look for.
It's like when you don't want to cook, but you go and get some shit out, and all of a sudden the process begins something in your brain that gives you the momentum to keep going. And I know that that's a thing that other people have, but I cannot relate to that. I will like get shit out
And
to
also,
cook, and I'll be like, no.
I like cooking, but I will tell you that there are so many very easy and small things that will just immediately turn me off to the idea. Because like, if I have to do any amount of dishes to prepare, like if I have anything that needs to be cleaned, I'll just be like, or what if I make ramen? Like, like I'm just, the moment there is a small inconvenience, I'm like, nope, not doing it.
If there's like a small inconvenience, or like I'm just kind of tired, and I'm like, and like sometimes I try to trick my brain. Like the thing that I usually do to trick my brain into doing kind of anything is like listening to music, or watching a show while I do something. And even then, sometimes, especially with cooking, I just for some reason just don't find any joy in that, and I will be like, oh, I have to chop and I have to stir and I'm getting my hands dirty, and my brain is just like, nah, I'll make ramen instead.
Yeah.
Or you start taking care of the little inconveniences at other times, or at least that's what works for me. Only if my brain is in the right space, John.
Yeah, I just have the issue of, like, if it's not really immediate, I kind of just don't do it. But the problem is when it becomes immediate, I don't want to have to do it. Like, you know, I'll if I can avoid getting a bunch of ingredients out or something, or, you know, thinking about how much I'm gonna make a mess in the kitchen, if I don't have to make that food, then I won't, because it's like I'm not like gun to my head, or I'm hosting a party or something. It's just food for me. And if I get that minimum amount of, like, okay, I don't have to do, literally there is no requirement for me to do this right now. You know, there's no, like, rule or, like, law telling me, or enforcement.
No, 100%. I have always struggled with, like, ever since I got out of school, like, if someone is not telling me to do something, or there isn't a consequence of me not doing it, I just won't do it.
Yeah. But also, there can be that issue of, like, because someone is telling me to do it, I'm not gonna do it. The good old demand avoidance.
That's also true.
You know? So,
but
it's really a pain.
Yeah, it's a whole, like, trying to, like, as John's saying, it's a reframing thing, and it's something that I've struggled with a lot, because I do try to reframe it in my mind, but, like, my habit of avoidance until stress is so ingrained in me that it's, like, so hard to break out of.
There's too much, and then you're like, I have to do this now, or else I'm gonna have a breakdown. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, that's how I survived a lot. That's how I survived at, like, growing up, like, my entire life. And I, like, realizing as an adult, like, oh, I have a generalized anxiety disorder, and, like, everything that motivates me is I need to get really, really stressed about it so that I can do it.
Yeah.
And so...
That's also the same issue I'm having with my commissions.
Mm-hmm.
And, like... It's just frustrating, because it's like, yeah, I want to do these, and, like, I want to finish these things for people, but if they also, like, remind me and be like, hey, you owe me this thing, I go, oh no, now they're mad.
Yep.
But also, like, it's like, but you're telling me what to do, and I don't want you to tell me what to do. Like, it's so dumb. It's so, like, brain, come on.
Work with me, brain, please. Yeah. I'm actively in the trying to reframe my brain to do the things that I want to do phase of my life, but
oh my god,
it is such a struggle.
Odds is over in my stream, and we can see the ad break on your channel now too. I got, like, a little baby tiny ad window. Give me the money, Twitch.
Double money, please. Double money.
Yeah. But to quickly talk about the art process that I'm doing right now. It's actually a very involved thing for me right now to, like, figure out what lines I'm translating out of this sketch, and, like, what thickness of the lines I'm using, because I really like Bearded's line weight.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And the hatching, but there's, like, a lot.
I just should give you a sub to my channel so you don't get ads.
Huzzah!
That's very sweet. Thank you, Edgefit. I appreciate it.
I wonder if Odds was planning to do the same thing. Because they said here, so I can hear. Yeah. Also, that means I have, once again, access to Scrim. In real life.
Scrim! Look at all the emotes you have access to now. Also, Matt, that pineapple upside down cake looks super fucking good. Looks super fucking good.
Never had that in my life.
I've also never had pineapple upside down cake. But it looks good.
No, the overall problem, Danny, is I have this aversion to doing what I need to do, and instead I just kind of ride the vibes and draw what feels cool in the moment. And since commissions aren't my idea, I don't have any sort of like connection to them that makes me want to do it. You know? Like, when I have an idea, you know, I pictured it, it gave me inspiration, but like when someone is paying me to do something, that is not my original idea, and therefore I don't have, the only connection I have to it is getting paid in general most of the time, you know, unless someone's like, draw this character we both like, or like draw this OC or something that we both like, but otherwise there's no incentive beyond money. And for how much we need money, I so much don't care about money. It's terrible.
Yep. Yeah, the internal struggle of doing a creative thing for a job and being unable to rely on inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
I luckily don't have that problem because I've always been the kind of person that really enjoys drawing other people's ideas because I love bringing things to life that other people enjoy. Because that's kind of just my whole sort of mantra on why I create art in general. So luckily I don't have that problem, but I do understand it.
I make the art. I make the art so that I can see something that I came up with come into reality, and so that people can look at it and go, wow, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that with the world. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. Like, I hardly ever anything that I get excited for about someone else's ideas.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of stopped doing fan art, if I'm being honest. Like, my whole channel was fan art for like a really long time. But I got so bored of trying to like plan out, okay, what fan art am I gonna do this week? You know, like what characters can I draw that will get people into my channel, like get excited. Yeah. And I just didn't want to do it anymore.
I totally feel that. I that's kind of also why I don't do fan art in some ways. I've been getting more into it recently, but it has to be a thing that I enjoy and not some, like, it has to be like a fan art thing that I really, really enjoy or I have an idea for. I can't just do fan art of, like, a thing just cause and be like, well, this will be popular. Because I know, I never really like making things that are popular, I guess, which is kind of the hard part about it. Sure. I just really like commissions because I love getting lore dumped on about things that people are excited about, and then I get to like create something out of nothing for somebody that hasn't seen their character in physical form, and I find a lot of satisfaction out of that. But that's just me. But like fan art is a completely different burden.
Yeah, and like I think the fan art thing is also why I don't partake in as many draw this in your styles as I would have liked to. Because like when I look at a draw this in your style challenge, I can be like, oh, okay, this character looks really cool, or like this like color palette is really neat. Like there's always something I can identify and be like, that could be interesting. Mm-hmm. But then it's also like that person already made that thing that already exists right there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just like duplicate it, because then that's not new or interesting to me. So that's why, like, I have to wait for draw this in your styles until like a really good idea pops into my head, and then I just do it in like a day.
Well, I am incredibly flattered then that you have done all of my draw this in your styles.
Well, the nice thing about those is since I'm hanging out in your streams, I hear ideas from other chatters,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, that sparks an idea in me. But if I'm just sitting there looking at the draw this in your style source, it's not going to come to me because I don't have any sort of back and forth on ideas, because the idea already exists. It's right there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no changing it, or at least for me. So yeah, I want to do more of them, but they're just
Yeah,
not
you don't. It's hard
super
creating in a
inspiring.
vacuum when you're just like, I need inspiration, and a lot of time you get inspiration from others, or from like talking things through with people. And Odd says, I think for me it's a lot about holding myself back. Like sometimes I just stop working on something even though I'm really into it, so that excitement carries through to later. I do think knowing your own relationship with creativity is important, and even treating it like a relationship where rest is normal and spread out. Yeah, knowing why you create and and knowing like what makes you excited when you create, and also your relationship with your workflow and your rest periods is like really important too.
The importance
Creating
of
the things
rest,
that you
though,
enjoy.
can be very hard when it's your job.
Yes.
You know, like, it's like, do you really have time for rest when you have, like, jobs due, and, oh, you know, next month is Comic-Con, this and that, and you're like, when is my rest? Where is it? Never met her, you know? Like,
yeah. I mean, it is a constant struggle for me, because the way that I have learned how to cope with deadlines is to completely burn myself out doing things and then resting afterwards, but that doesn't work in a setting anymore, in my current setting, because I could do that for college, because
I'm trying to not do that as well. Because I used to be like, oh, I have these projects, I'm going to spend the next week doing them all. But then I have this long period where I don't have anything to do. And so it cements that habit of just doing whatever I want to do until I have something I have to do. But like, I shouldn't do that, because then I haven't built up a history of like always working on something for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to build this habit of not finishing something entirely in a day anymore, and instead doing it in like steps. Like, all right, I'm gonna do the composition sketch for these projects this day, and then rest a day or two, and then continue.
I also find doing that type of thing like really helps with my creative flow, because what if I do like the composition sketch and I'm like, I actually don't like that.
Yeah. And Odd says you should be getting paid to rest, or paid enough, and paid enough is the hard part.
Yes.
Especially for like freelancers, and also creative people who have the good old like imposter syndrome. Where you're like, you can't really judge how much you're worth because you don't believe in it. You know?
And I think currently my rates are like pretty good, and I feel like it would, like, if I consistently got work via my rates, I think I would definitely be totally fine and being paid enough to rest, but I don't get work consistently.
Yeah, I feel you on that too. Because you're like, it's a struggle between, if I have low rates, I do have work consistently, but it's too much work and you can't get it done. But if you raise your rates, you will, if you were consistent, you're going to be fine. But since your rates are higher, not everyone can pay it. And so you maybe get one or two good jobs every couple of months, and then otherwise you're kind of just relying on either passive income from like some sort of merch or advertising from Twitch or subs, and you're not, you know, actually working consistently. And that's also my issue, is I'm not working consistently, so I haven't built up a habit out of being able to work a little every day versus working overtime, you know?
I can calculate with math how much my work is worth, but can I get clients? That is the eternal struggle.
Yeah. That too. People have asked me, like, you know, where do you get your clients? How do you do this? I'm like, hell if I know.
It's good.
Like,
Yeah.
I have no concept of analytics at all in my job. Like, I don't do, and it's probably just because, you know, I don't take it as seriously as I should, and I don't do in-depth analysis of, like, you know, oh, was it worthwhile posting my stream link in these discords for this many weeks, or was it, like, worthwhile of me to engage on this platform or do this? Like, I don't do that kind of analysis about my art or my business.
I mean, it's definitely important to do, but
run,
also it's, like, super draining and, like, kind of disheartening to do.
Yeah, because it feels like you're just, you know, turning it into this grind, you know? Also, except for his tail and his cell phone, I think Nightcrawler's...
That's incredible.
Basically done.
Good job, Ike. That looks so good. I love the line weight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna partner that chunky line weight with, like, really punchy cell shading in hopes that it's very, like, dynamic. Because I also am gonna have, like, a very strong light from above because of the environment they're in. They're in a gym, and if you think about a gym, it's just a bunch of those long
fluorescent
lights in the ceiling that are really high up.
Yep.
So, like, everything is just above. And so there's going to be strong shadows and stuff. Oh, hold on. I wonder how old this chat message is from Diff saying, I just saw some crazy picture from a Warhammer tournament, like Warhammer 40k or like Warhammer the Old World, Warhammer Sigmar. I'm curious. Also, I know that Adepticon was recent, as of, like, maybe a couple of weeks. And so there's been a lot of, like, tournaments and stuff going on.
Sorry.
Marketing is the biggest problem.
John said marketing is the sniggle biggest problem any freelancer or small business faces. I didn't even realize it was misspelled until Odds pointed it out. And thank you, Odds.
I knew it was misspelled, but I do that sort of, like, autocorrect in my brain as I'm talking. Because there's so many, you know, there's so many people who just type really fast. Because, I'll be honest, sometimes it feels like if you don't type fast enough, you're going to get missed with how Twitch chats can zoom. And so you're like, I gotta get this in, and then, like, just poof.
And then then you type sniggle.
Yeah.
I just like sniggle.
Or you're like Haku and just
who speaks in eldritch invocations that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I know, I just want to write and edit, but unfortunately I need to be either popular on social media or know how to find people. I know, it's the fucking worst. I either have the energy to be an influencer, or I have the energy to create art, and I don't have the energy to do both.
So they were playing, okay, so what Diffs is talking about is, and this is a shift from what we're speaking on. This is about tabletop wargaming. So Diffs is saying that some Warhammer players were playing the rules for a super tiny scale game. So there's games in Warhammer called, like, epic scale, where, for instance, a single soldier is maybe only like 5 millimeters tall. Like, they're really tiny. Not like D&D where it's like 32 mil, but little. Because it's about, like, big scale warfare. You got, like, giant mechs and tanks and all sorts of stuff. But Diffs is saying they were playing Adeptus Titanicus rules, which is epic scale, but they were playing it at standard scale. So they were using the full-size Titans, which are, like, a foot tall.
Wow.
To play a game where the Titan is, like, an inch tall. And so they had to have an absolutely massive battlefield to play this on, because if you imagine scaling up a game that's played on, like, a 3x3 or, like, a 4x6, but you've scaled it up by several feet, you know? That'd
Yeah.
be like playing on a almost like a soccer field size, I imagine, for the scale.
You're right.
I've also heard of people taking miniature games like Star Wars X-Wing, where your X-Wing's maybe like 2 inches long, and they're playing it with the Bandai model kits where the X-Wing is maybe like 8 inches long. So you've scaled the game up like 4 times the size, and now you're playing on your like living room floor because it's the only thing large enough for you to have enough room to move these models around. Wargamers are wild. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Wargamers just like to have big things. They just want to
And I'll be honest,
move big things.
I
around.
understand. But it's also like the scale of it, like as wargamers, you want to have like the most epic, the coolest, the most engaging thing. Because like in college I used to play the X-Wing the miniatures game at like tournaments and stuff. And that's just single ships or squads of ships fighting. And then there's a next one up, which is Armada, which you have like the big ships like Star Destroyers and all that. And then you have little tiny itty bitty squads of like X-Wings and Y-Wings and TIE fighters. Well, my roommate and I had the insane idea to play Armada, but rather than playing the Armada rules for the ship-to-ship fighting the little squads, we would play X-Wing with the equivalent value of ships, and then we would play Star Wars Legion for the ground side of the fight. So basically we were simulating an entire galactic campaign of conflict in Star Wars by using every single Star Wars tabletop game rule set we had. We had the role-playing game Edge of the Empire, we had Star Wars Legion for like the battles on the ground, we had
That's amazing.
Wargamers are something else.
That's super fun. Hey Cam, welcome on in. Hello. Yes, you can. Twitch will let us see you.
Yes. Hello, Cam. I'm glad you're enjoying playing Stardew Valley.
Update: the cake tastes better than it looks. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Also, Odds has more things about being creative. Or John does. Like, being on social media and being an influencer saps my ability to be creative, and I have to do it to get work. I'm feeling this with taxes. I keep watching video advice, and without fail, they're always like, and then I send that to my accountant. And I'm like, Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so many, like, bigger creators have been doing it for so long that they actually have the ability to relegate work to, their editor or their agent or their accountant or whatever. But it's like, as a single freelancer, you are that person.
Yep.
You're
I have the privilege of having a friend that is an accountant, and every tax season, me and my husband pay her an expensive dinner to have her do our taxes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. So I have the nepotism in terms of accountants.
Excellent. I just do like the bare minimum possible when filing my taxes and hope that the government doesn't audit me. Like, that's literally my theory here. So I'm like, I know that I need to file like my 1099s and my Schedule C, and anything beyond that, it's nope, not doing it. Like,
totally fair.
I'm sure they won't. Yeah, it's like I'm sure they won't really care that much.
Yeah, no,
It's the difference. It's the difference between me paying them $200 and like $210. Like,
right. It's like, okay.
Oh, just sent me a picture of playing the game in a different scale. Holy shit. That's okay. So Diff says by playing this game that should be tiny at a bigger scale, they spent over 30,000 euros on miniatures to play this game.
Oh my god.
Because, well, the thing about the epic scale is it means you have more of those models because they're super tiny. You know, they're easy to produce. So you're playing on a battlefield with like a dozen or more mechs. But to buy the like Warhammer 40k equivalent mech, each one of those is anywhere from like $150 to like $700 for a kit. And you have a dozen of them on one side of the battlefield? That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, my goodness.
Yeah, so he says the totals. So there are like 27 mechs in total on the battlefield.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. And they're playing, they're totally playing this on a battlefield that is at least like 10 by 20 feet. Like, here, I'll just open the picture.
Yeah, post the link. I want to see.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on my screen.
Hell yeah. Also, Cam says, me, Stardew? I would never. Big Warhammer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is huge. Damn.
Yeah, so in that photo, each of those, like, single mech units, in a normal game of Warhammer 40k, you would maybe have one of those in your army, because they're expensive units to field,
Right.
and they take up a lot of your points. But in the Titanicus, that's all you field, is big units. So, like, there are so many of them, and some of these kits, you know, some of these single model kits are anywhere from like $800, like $300. It's ridiculous.
Yes! Oh, Melba, thank you so much for the donation! We are now at 32% of my $200
Yeah, Cam,
goal.
we were wondering at what point do we lose it, and it just becomes like this single pixel of someone else's stream in the infinitely small fractal of streams.
Just a fractal of streams.
Yep. Tesseract of streams. Alright, I am almost done with Nightcrawler. I just need to draw his cell phone.
Hey, and Melba resubscribed. Thank you so much, Melba. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the 42 months. Oh my god, almost 4 years is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's no longer a hobby when the minis are that big. I mean, a lot of these. So when things like this are put together, it's usually, you know, several creators all working together, and it's usually either some sort of sponsored thing or like it's an advertising thing, you know, to like get people into the hobby, or to like it's hosted by a store or a brand, and it's definitely a business expense in a way. So I feel like a lot of those are definitely like people who do Warhammer full time as like influencers or you know, stuff like that. Like, think about all of the people who commentate on like video games or things like that, and they set up these events. You can kind of write that off as an expense to a degree. That's the only way that I could possibly see that much money being spent.
Melba, thank you so much for the $25. I just went and checked the donation, and I really appreciate it. We are now 32% of our way to getting a Gartic party, which would also
Hell
mean that
yeah.
Ike would be here having fun with us again. So you should definitely do it.
Arctic's great. We'll have if we do that, I would love to set up beforehand a plan for a animation challenge
Oh yeah.
using the animation feature, because I've been seeing a ton of videos of I think it's Drawfee people doing animations together where they like have this like a repeated challenge for the animation where it's like fusion dance with these characters, or stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. Yeah, hobbyist turn influencer, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Also, I've just been while we've been talking about Warhammer, I've just been scrolling up back to the superhero conversation, and we missed a lot of the X-Men talk. So.
Oh yeah.
Um.
All right, I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this, like, star pattern for this camera thing.
Edgewood says, I'm really happy with how my cover turned out, but I do feel a little bad because I heavily relied on Bree's sketch for the central lineup, but Bree could not use my sketch. It's okay, Edgefit. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about these challenges, is that everyone has, like, a slightly different, like, art level, and, I mean, your sketches are very much more, like, concept sketches, and the way that I do sketches are very, like, here is, like, the blueprint of, like, where, like, I've already figured out the, like, composition and stuff, and that's just because I have a lot more confidence in my sketch phase than I do in,
yeah, being able to visualize your composition before you even start drawing.
Yeah. And, that's a skill that that is a skill that you have to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad that you used my... I'm very glad that you used my sketch
did
to
I
be
get
a
any
blueprint for the
formal
liner.
art schooling? What would you consider formal art schooling? Odds.
Oh, did you get any formal art schooling? Did you graduate from a school in art?
Because, like, I've always been creative, even when I was a kid. So I feel like in terms of schooling, I mostly learned how to use tools or programs, and not ever anything about, like, I was never in a class for, like, the fundamentals, where it's like, oh, weird, I'm still getting ads. Oh, you know why I'm getting ads? Is because the browser source is not logged in. It is not, I'm not streaming, like, my Google Chrome tab. I am just streaming a browser link. So that's why you guys are seeing the ads on Bree's channel, and I apologize. Let's see, like a focus on art classes above and extracurricular. I did in high school do a program called Visual Imaging Technology, but that was more or less focused again on tools. It taught me how to use cameras, how to use Photoshop, how to use offset printing machines, screen printing, like audio and video. It was never really anything about the creative process or about how to make art. It was about tools. And that's pretty much always what my education related to art has been. Like, I went to school for 3D simulation and animation. And even then, it was just how to use the tools. There was never anything about...
If you went to school for 3D imaging and animation, then that's still art school.
Yeah. But I feel like that is a different sort of way of learning than like if you perhaps in the old days were like an apprentice with a painter, because you know that was about learning the actual like application of like in the instance of a painter, you're learning about the application of color and color mixing and things like that. But I feel like there's a separation when it comes to digital, where you're learning about how to use the interface of the tool that you're using, but they're not teaching you about form or color or texture, or in terms of other things like they're not really doing it in terms of the subject matter of the art. It's about the usage of creative tools. I don't know.
I still think that's art. I mean, that's what my digital art classes were like, but I did also go to school for fine art, so that I did kind of get a mix of those.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I never got any sort of teacher explaining anything about color theory, or except for one guy. Like for most art classes, like even let's say you had art class in high school where it was more like your teacher just gave you a project bound, like paint something or still life or sculpt something, like, but there was no general like teaching on how to do it or what your subject matter was. There was only one time in college where I felt like a teacher was actually trying to teach like important fundamentals, and that was a watercolor course that I took for a it wasn't even for my degree. I had to do your like, what do they call it, your gen eds, kind of, where like you have like science and all that. And so for like my humanities courses, I took the watercolor class, and this teacher like was so into, he had PowerPoint presentations about contrast and color and the difference between like monotone and duotones and complementaries. Like he went into like everything and structured his class around understanding those values as well as how to apply them with watercolor. It was like the most useful art class I'd ever taken in my life.
That sounds really cool. I wish I had a watercolor teacher that was like that. I've always struggled with watercolor.
But the crazy thing with that also is that was that dude's last class ever, because he was leaving after that to run his business, because he was also he owned a woodworking company. But the cool thing about this woodworking company is, like, sure, they would make like maybe chairs and things, but their main product was fancy dungeon master screens and dice rolling things and like dice boxes. Like, he was a huge D&D nerd. Like,
the best teachers are nerds.
He was leaving his teaching position to run his company full time that made like D&D stuff. It was really cool.
Fuck yeah. Sounds like an awesome dude.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
And if it's true, I don't generally do a sketch phase. I dive right in and hope for the best. Yeah. Sketch phase, I find a lot of merit in sketch phases, because I am a very, like, I see the composition in my head, but I know I'm not a very steady I'm not a very steady, like, line artist, like, right off the bat. I need something to follow along to, because I can't just
I
go
think
for it, and because if I just go for it, my brain will be like, and it's all weird looking. So I am a very heavy sketch phase person.
I can definitely go right to final lines for certain things, but I need a general proportional shape of where it's going to be on the canvas before I can do that. Like, you know, if I just have an empty canvas and I'm like, I'm gonna draw a full character, if I try, it'll be skewed and its proportions will be weird. But if I instead first draw like an oval where the head's gonna go, and then like the like bean shape of the torso, then I can go from that simple shape to like clothing and hair and everything without having to draw a sketch beforehand, because I can visualize it better once I see the shape, the position it's going to be on the page. But like if I have to just spit out a composition on the first try, it's generally not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I need to know like the scale, like how much of the composition is a character going to take up. I don't know until I've drawn all the elements and then I've moved them around or rotated them or scaled them and made this nice little, you know, representation of the idea in my head. Because the idea in my head is very nebulous and can be just a feeling and not an actual visual image.
Yeah, no, I need at least a like pretty solid preliminary sketch in order to like start doing like final line art and stuff. I've gotten like better with like my sketches can be like much more sketchy, and I still do pretty good. But like, no, I need a solid foundation of sketch before I can feel confident in continuing.
So this sketch from Bearded has little camera flashes because they're taking selfies in the mirror at the gym. But the thing is like I have a hard time doing these very like correct
shapes
effects of these like starbursts, like lens flares. So I always want to try and find like a filter or a tool or something, but half the time like I find something and it's not exactly what I want. Like Studio Paint has this sparkle tool built in, but look how blurry it is. Like it's completely not as crisp and dark as my line art, and that's what I want, is like a shape that is completely just either dark or not. Like no
That's
fade,
fair.
no...
I usually wait for like those types of effects when I'm doing color, and then just instead of doing line art for those, I just fully just color them. It's only color and lighting effects.
What I usually do is I line it by making a shape, and then I fill it, and then I use like a layer above it to like colorize it. So it's technically like drawn as a shape, but it started out as, you know, like a line. But I always struggle with this specific shape, this like starburst shape.
You could do a like
never get it
you
right.
could use the like mirroring tool and only just figure out how to draw one side, and then it will mirror to the other side. And then
I gotta be honest, I've never used the mirroring tool in Clip Studio Paint. I don't know how to use it.
There's the little ruler down there underneath the bubbles.
Hold on.
Underneath the like speed bubbles.
Yeah, I wonder if Lazy Nezumi has a mirror tool built in as well.
They might.
It has a perspective tool. It has an isometric tool. I'm not seeing it, but... Okay. Symmetrical ruler. I see that if I go to the rulers, it says symmetrical ruler, but then I don't know how to actually apply it. I,
Just
like,
draw like a line
click and then
straight
drag
down.
a line?
Yeah, just drag a line.
Okay.
And then you can move that
Now the
line
question
around where
is-
you want it.
Do I now draw on this layer, or do I have
Yes.
to create a new layer?
You just draw on that layer.
Oh, okay. Alright.
There you go.
Then the other problem is like, I want to be able to just do this in like one go, but you see how
Yeah.
I can get one side, but I can't get the other side. Because like I start where I want, and then
Yeah, I usually for those things I do it in multiple goes. I don't usually do it in one crisp line. Ooh, that looks really good.
I like to have this line stroke confidence, you know, where it's like I just do it.
That's
in
true.
one.
I've been a big proponent recently of having line stroke confidence, but still making it messy, and then going back with my eraser and making it look the way I want.
The issue is I'm not making the inside small enough.
Yeah.
It really needs to be like needle thin, except for the inside. It
Yeah.
needs to basically. Okay, I'm definitely making this too involved because, like I said, I'm just gonna make it a solid fill, so I don't really have to worry about line weight on this interior shape. I just need to worry about line weight on the pieces that go away from it.
So my character line art is almost
As
done.
long as-
Hooray!
So as long as the silhouette on the outside is good, and I don't have to worry about the line weight on. Like the bottom, but not the top. So now I should just duplicate it. The question is, now that I'm done with the symmetry, can I like turn it off?
Yeah, you can just see that little check mark.
Okay.
I think you can just turn it off.
Nope.
The little check mark right there. Oh, never mind. I don't know.
Nope. Maybe I have to. Click on. Nope. I have to hit like apply or something. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't really work with the rulers, is because I don't know how to fully use them.
Yeah. I never know how to turn them off, but I'm a big proponent of just a million different layers, so
Okay.
if you want
I
clean
have to
layers,
right click
then
on it and go to ruler and hit delete ruler, but then I can't like reapply it.
right.
There's no like toggle for it being on or off. It's basically just it exists or it doesn't.
Yeah, I usually
Once you're
use
done, you can't do
that
it
type
again.
of. I usually use these things in Procreate, which is a little bit easier to toggle on and off. Ooh, John says, also now that my hands are less busy, killer line from the book I've been reading about our earlier conversation. Welcome comfort, for without it you cannot stay strong. That is a very good line.
Sometimes you can also just get lost in comfort and never venture out of it, you know? You can
That's also true. Oh, and Edgerford says, I usually start drawing when I have a solid idea in my head already, but I'm not a professional and don't need to draw. Totally fair. Yeah. When I do need to draw and I don't have inspiration, I kind of just like put pen to paper and just kind of fiddle with things until I like it, which is why I really like having sketch layers.
let's look at where I can move these. Time to start working on She-Hulk.
Woohoo! Buff lady!
Very buff lady.
Incredibly buff lady.
Huge. And then there's something I'm gonna do here that he doesn't have as an original in his original sketch, but I think it'll sell the fact that this is a reflection better. And now what I noticed is that at the bottom we see this rack of free weights, but we don't see it like reflected.
Oh yeah.
And so like this free weights here is the reflection. So technically we should see in front of it the true free weights that are being reflected.
Yeah, because they're right up against.
Here. Yeah, they're right up against the mirror.
Yep.
So we will see both. So I gotta add that in. But I'm gonna do the bottom frame once I get Nightcrawler and She-Hulk in, because those are the most defined, and then the rest of the elements are kind of up to me. Like the duct work on the ceiling and like the TVs and the lights, like that's all kind of just up to my discretion to define, since they're very rough. This. Now we must figure out sheep.
Which is why that's the final line of a psalm about the cycle of life. That is the book series that you are reading, John, seems really cool. Very philosophical. Very your philosophical vibe. soft philosophy about the beauty of life. Now I just have to draw shoes.
He does this interesting thing with long hair, where like he does these thick lines and then these pairs of two little lines next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Here and there, like there, like it's a very interesting way to give this hint of the individual strands of hair without having to draw them.
Yeah, I really like doing that too in my art. Of like, of just kind of like making like big shapes and then like tiny little lines to show like the perceived details.
Yeah. Now, I know I'm definitely gonna do the hair the dark green instead of black.
Yep.
But I'm gonna make her eyebrows black. I just think it'll have better contrast on the face. It'll look really cool.
It's extremely relevant to today's conversation about creativity and healthy work habits and rest. IDK, it's cool to see speculative fiction examine the world from a place of plenty instead of scarcity. Yeah, I can see that. It's nice to not read books about how the world works, that are only ever focused on, like, how dire everything is.
Yeah.
It's much more interesting to try to see the silver lining and beauty in the world than to be like, nah, we're fucked.
Yeah. Oh, that is a tangent I don't like. We're gonna take that back. Just kidding.
Ugh, big stretch. We are now in the focusing portion of this stream.
Yeah. I'm really trying to, like, decipher some of these lines
Yeah.
that he made.
I'm trying to decipher how hands and feet work. That's what I'm doing right now. And then after that, my line art will be promptly and swiftly complete. And then I can start doing color! Hooray! My favorite part of any drawing.
Are you going to do line art for the background or just, like, shapes?
Just shapes.
Okay.
I think. I may change that usually. I may change that, but we'll see.
Because it could be interesting to try and do almost like a like look for a reference of some sort of industrial district and draw like warehouses and corrugated steel and stuff like that they're like running through. That's kind of the vibe that I am getting from your initial sketch.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I was thinking of them being like apartment buildings, but
the reason I thought industrial district is because there's far less that you would need to draw.
that's true.
Because apartment buildings have, windows and some maybe balconies and molding and like all that, and industrial buildings are just either brick or like corrugated steel and
That's true.
like pipes. Like you don't have to think about, oh, if this is an apartment building, does someone have like something out on the fire escape? Are there things in the windows? Are there like is there like branding on anything, like a sign or a billboard, or there's a lot of details in residential areas that aren't in industrial areas.
That is true.
And I would just be lazy and not draw all those.
It's honestly a good shout. We shall see. We shall see how lazy I want to be, I guess.
Gonna have a kitty break.
Alright. Well, how's everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Are y'all having a good time just vibing? Are you guys, how's
Glad
the
that
weather
for the
where
most
everyone
part,
is?
my current stressor is gone, and that I don't have to worry about my taxes.
That's
Do
great!
your taxes if you haven't, guys.
Yeah, do your
The
taxes.
due date is in 2 days.
The 15th. Monday.
Yeah.
You have this weekend. Do your taxes. But how's the weather where everyone is? Today it is 81 degrees outside, which is
Wow.
fucking
Not that warm
bonkers.
for us.
Huh?
It's like 60 here.
See,
There's a
that's
bar that says
about
on the
normal
side,
for
I didn't
spring
look
weather,
enough to
but-
have to file. Is that true? What's the minimum? Because if that's the case, I mean, it might vary for different circumstances, but I've always wondered that for me, because like most of the time when I'm filing, I'm like, I didn't make like any money, so they're not. Are they really gonna care if I file or not? And I made less money this year than, or less money since these are 2023 taxes. I made less in 2023 than I did in 2022. And I wondered to myself, like, what is that cutoff? Do I actually have to file anything? And there's all these different things you hear, because other people will say, if you're a freelancer, you also have to do like quarterly tax estimates, but that's actually only if you make a certain amount of money, which I don't, so I don't have to worry about that. But like, there's so many tax things that like nobody tells you.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if I did make enough money as a freelancer to need to do quarterly, how was I supposed to know that? Who's out here informing the people about the tax laws? And they change so often with like tax breaks and all these things. Like a couple weeks ago, I got a letter from like the IRS. I was like, oh crap, because when you think that, it's not going to be a good thing. This is the IRS we're talking about. But it was a check saying that like because there was a law passed, like I got a rebate on my previous taxes, and I'm like, I wouldn't have even known that this was a thing. If they didn't even give me that, I wouldn't know I hadn't missed money.
Yeah. Hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. Jay Stiller, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. But John, what do you do for your job then to make your normal income?
Hello, Jay Stiller. Welcome on in. I really appreciate you being here. Hello, hello, hello. Also, hi, Ike, if you can read this or not. I don't know if... I think Ike is in my chat.
I have both chats open, yeah.
Yeah. Ike is also here. Hello, everybody. We're doing the Marvel cover challenge that Ike does every year. And we're just hanging out, doing our best, drawing really cool superheroes. Welcome on in. How was the stream?
And there was a moment of silence, and then I started talking about taxes. Because if you're in the US and you haven't filed, you best get to it. There's these things called deadlines. And I always wait till like the last week to file my taxes because I'm insane.
Hey, stream went well. Painted a mountainy environment. Ooh. Well, since you rated in, Jay Stiller, please, if you would like to share what you're working on stream or any of your other socials, you are more than welcome to do so. Everybody that raids in, is more than welcome to promote all of their cool stuff. So tell me all about yourself. And also, everyone coming in with Jay Stiller's raid, please tell me what your favorite thing about his stream was. Also, Incam, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the brigade. Nope, you don't need a permit. Just go for it. I really appreciate so many lovely people coming on in. Yeah, we're working on, me and Ike are working on the Marvel cover challenge that Ike does. It is due on Superhero Day, which is on, which day? The 23rd? I think?
28th.
28th. Similar shape of number.
You just duplicate it and flip it a little bit. There you go, you got a date.
Yeah, I'm working on this. It is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur with Miss Marvel on Devil Dinosaur's neck, and Ike is working on She-Hulk and Nightcrawler at the gym. And two
because Bree and I are streaming together, but we are not partners in this project. So we each have a concept that we got from our teammate and are doing our take on it for the collaboration.
Yeah, we're just doing our best. Amazing cover so far. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very very proud of this. It's based on it is based on a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur cover art that I've found on the internet, and I really liked it. So it's kind of like similar, but I wanted to give the I wanted to have my own spin on it, and also in my own style, and with Ms. Marvel. So it's a bit of an homage to one of my favorite covers.
Nice. Geek Outs asked a very difficult question, because here's the thing, Geek Outs. How will you know that your idea is a new superpower? Because there have been so many superheroes and so many stories and so many comics about these crazy powers that there's no way to know if your idea is new or not with superheroes. Like, how do you know that your power is not something somebody already has thought of?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to answer that question.
I would love to be into the superhero talk, but Jay Stiller posted what he was working on stream today, and it looked so good. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. The runes This looks kind of like Journey, but like
Yeah.
with the cat. And I love that. It looks so good. Oh my god. Thank you so much for sharing. Also, if anyone in my chat is not following Jay Stiller, or anyone in Ike's chat is not following Jay Stiller is one of the most prolific background artists that I follow on Twitch, and is just such a lovely landscape painter, and just such a lovely person. So you should definitely go give him a follow if you're ever ready.
Follow Joe, because we were on once upon a time we were on a Twitch team. Man, I would have.
What do you mean prolific, lol? You're super prolific. Super prolific. I mean, look at this. I mean, the cat doesn't know where the spooky places are. The cat knows where all of the cool places are. This is gorgeous. Thank you so much for the raid, and again, thank you so much for just being here and being awesome, Jay Stellar. I really appreciate it. Please, everybody, go follow. Please go follow Jay Stiller. Joe still says I'm still on the team, but I don't think it does anything more than just exist.
Yeah, the team still is there, so technically if you click on like our profiles, it says we're part of it, but yeah.
Part of Artiverts?
The team is effectively part of Prism.
Ah, Prism.
Yeah. But it's just a dead place. It's not being actively utilized anymore.
That sucks. I've never been a part of a Twitch team, and I don't know what they do.
They don't do jack shit. That's my opinion. Basically, the thought behind it was that you could go to like the team page and have easy access to other like-minded creators on Twitch. But the thing is Twitch doesn't really put any effort into making that worthwhile, and also the host of the team and the team itself also has to put efforts in to make that worthwhile outside of just the simple functionality of how it works on Twitch.
Gotcha.
And most of the time, as a creator, you hardly have time to manage yourself, let alone a team of other people.
Yeah.
So most teams are just for ways for like people to have easy raid targets, or to get maybe some extra views on their channel, and that's really it. They are not worthwhile.
They're not worthwhile,
in my opinion. And the only way, and this sounds super pessimistic, you can only make a team if you're a partner.
Yeah.
But like at that point, you're already big enough, like that you don't really need the benefits of a team. The people under you do. But in a way, the other people you add to your team, if they're not other partners, they're kind of just like expecting you to just give them visibility when it's not really how that works.
Sure.
It's kind of like, yeah. So you would expect maybe, oh, since you're part of this partner's team, you're going to get some crumb of their viewership. That's not how that works. No. So, let's see. I think they also made sense for esports teams where maybe multiple members stream. Yeah, and of course, Twitch was originally for gaming, so that makes sense.
Yeah. That seems about right.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make a Twitch team because I have so many art friends on Twitch, and like I know so many lovely people that I think it'd be really fun to like do collabs and stuff with, but I was never sure if that was like a thing that would be good for it, and also I'm not a partner, so.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just make a Discord server and invite all of my art friends and be like, here.
Yeah.
This is our the Twitch team.
Yeah. I feel like it really depends on the usage of the team and the attitude of the team creator. But in general, I always kind of saw the Twitch teams as more of a way of a Twitch partner to get more people funneled to them
Yeah,
than
that's
the other
true.
way around. Because, like, you know, I'm not gonna say it's entirely like a predatory thing, but it almost feels like a pressure when you are not a partner and you are on a team. There's this pressure to be like, oh, we gotta pay it back by rating the team leader and, you know, shouting them out and doing all this stuff. And so in a way, you have become this tiny little amplifying voice for them and not yourself anymore.
That's totally fair.
It's
If
harsh
only
as
you
that.
could do collab without it if only you could collab with the Twitch without a Twitch team. I wonder if that's a thing that we could do.
Oh no, that doesn't sound real.
That's not a real thing. It's not like I try to at least quarterly do a collab with art people that I really enjoy. Speaking of which, you should donate to me on Kofi to get the $200 goal so that we can do a spring Gartic extravaganza in May with a bunch of really cool people. Maybe Joe, maybe Jay Stiller, probably with Ike, maybe with Midge and Aqua and a bunch of other really cool people we know. Maybe Blue Skittle. Not a lot of all the people that we've rated recently or have rated me. Who knows? Also, I agree, Melba, I've just been looking through, while you've been talking, I've just been looking through Joe's Instagram because it's fucking incredible and you should go follow him on all of the things. Gardening Extravaganza sounds awesome, doesn't it? It sounds so fun. Follow me on Coffee if you want to get updates about it. But I've had this idea of doing like a quarterly or like seasonal Gartic party with a bunch of artists every few things. And I didn't really have an idea for a goal this month, so that is my goal. But I still kind of want to do it anyways. Because I love hanging out with all my art Twitch friends, because art Twitch is the best. But also, yes, please look at this dragon in this library. And I'm not logged into Instagram apparently on this very specific little pop-up that OBS gave me. But look at this freaking dragon! Look at this dragon! It's so cute. I love it. It reminds me of like the light dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, but in like a library, and it's so cute. I love it. Everybody please go follow Joe on all of the things. Please, please, please. Thank you again so much for the raid. If you're planning on sticking around, Joe, please, you are more than welcome to. But also if you have to go take care of your corporeal form, 100% go do that. And anyone else that rated in. Also, for anybody rating in that doesn't know who me or Ike are, I'm a digital artist here on Twitch. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I do a lot of commissions. I do tarot work every Tuesday. I do commissions every Thursday. And I do miscellaneous fun things on Saturdays. Sometimes emotes, sometimes doodles, sometimes collab streams like this. And when I'm tired, I play Stardew Valley. So, that's a little bit about me and what I do. What do you do, Ike? Throwing it to
I draw hot chicks with horns.
That's very true.
Wow, I was so busy trying to think about how to interpret this line that like I have no other thoughts in my brain but how does this shape work? Yeah, I do this full time. I am an aspiring comic creator. I do a lot of character artwork, and as I had mentioned, most of that has to do with ladies with horns and tails and pointy teeth, and yeah.
Well, get ready to do that again because we got another raid. Hello, Rogan.
We'll just clip it and play it back. We'll just clip it and play it back.
Yeah, just clip it and play it back, and that'll be our announcements. Hello! And please, yes, have a very good lurk, Joe. Have a very good time playing Stardew. Stardew has also consumed my soul. That's pretty much all I've been doing when I haven't been working, is playing Stardew. Also, the shout-out is Rogue27, not Rogan27. Don't click that. That's not a real person. But Rogan, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. Double raid. Thank you so much. Oh, and Melba, thank you so much for giving a sub to Odds. Odds, welcome back to Having Wings. Get out of the ad problems. I mean, I need the ads because money, but also I completely understand not wanting to see the ads.
Yeah,
It sucks.
I started running more ads as well on a schedule now. 'Cause it's like, this is my full-time job.
Yeah, I do ads, I think, for those of you that are curious, I do ads, I think, every 30 minutes. So, and also when you first pop into the stream, if you are not following, you're in ads, which is really stupid.
I just started out testing an ad schedule, and I'm starting light with 1 per hour. But I'll bump it up if I need to in terms of like income.
But hello, Rogan. Thank you so much for the raid. Moobot runs 3 minutes an hour for me. Encourages me to take a break. That's honestly a good idea. I always forget when my ads are. I never actually keep track.
Is it, when you say 3 minutes an hour, is it one block of 3 minutes, or is it 3 1-minute breaks spread out? Because I think it's, for Twitch, it's, if you do 3 minutes an hour, it's 1 minute blocks every like certain amount of time.
I do not know.
And I always worry that like once an hour it's 3 minutes in total. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been sure about how I want to do that, because I hate the idea of having very frequent ad breaks, but they're short, because I don't want people to constantly miss things.
Yeah, I think
But
I do like 30-second ads every 30 minutes.
Also, if I'm honest, my stream is not something that's so fast-paced that you would miss something if you were gone for 30 seconds, for the most part, because I'm mostly just sitting there drawing, and when you come back, oh, there's just more progress on the drawings. But it's not like I'm like, you know, playing a video game where you're gonna miss like the kill at the end of the round, or, you know, you're gonna miss some big epic thing. Like, it's just, you missed a line. Welcome back.
Yeah. Ads are good, but I hate them, so I never run them outside of pre-rolls. That's also totally fair. That's kind of what I did for a long time too. But then I've been encouraging people to support me more on like other places than Twitch, because I just get more money that way. And then so I was like, well, my Twitch payouts, I'm not getting enough on other places yet to like make my Twitch pay like what I was getting on Twitch for the Twitch payouts to like be like supplemented yet. So I started doing ads. It's so weird. Money as a freelancer is so weird. We were talking about this earlier, and we don't have to get into it again, but it's so weird. And I appreciate everybody's patience with how our consumer culture curbs creativity.
Yeah, that's the other frustrating thing, is like, you have to compromise in one way or the other. You're like, am I going to be running ads and giving into this system, or am I going to instead, you know, stick to this and make no money and be constantly grinding? You know, like, at what point are you allowed to make it easier for yourself, you know?
Yeah. I honestly might get rid of pre-rolls because they're kind of annoying, and then stick to the one every 30 minutes. Money who dat. I mean,
like
fair, Joe.
I feel like a lot of people, viewers, or at least in my experience as a viewer, if there are pre-roll ads, I often wonder if it's even worth me popping in to see what someone's stream is like.
Yeah.
If I have to sit through an ad before I can see their stream. Because, like, as a viewer, I gotta be honest, I'm very fickle. And that I will pop into someone's channel, and if I'm not immediately interested in what's going on, I go to a different channel. But if I have to watch a pre-roll ad every time I switch channels, I might not watch as many streams as I want to, because I don't want to have to sit through an ad
Yeah,
every
that's
time I switch,
totally
'cause
fair.
I switch streams a lot. You know, I hop between streams all the time, and it's like, I want to waste time watching another ad before I even get to see what this person is doing on their stream.
I gave in a long time ago and paid for Turbo so I'd never see ads. That's true. If you use Twitch a lot, that might be a good investment, but I don't like giving Amazon money.
Yeah, if I had the expendable income, maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't even subscribe to anyone anymore because I just can't afford to.
Yeah. Follow the capitalist mindset. Run a business at a loss while you grow, then hope you can turn a profit later. Yeah.
And that's a big reason why, like, I don't go out and try to, like, find an editor or a accountant or anything, is because I cannot pay them. And I don't want them to do it for free because, you know, it's your work. You should be paid for it. And so, like, I'm stuck because I want to pay people fair wages. You know, I'm not gonna take advantage of a system that wants to not pay people what they're worth. And this idea that, like, oh, you gotta, you know, sacrifice to get ahead. And it's like the concept of how predatory internships are. Like, what do you mean? Damn, they're working for you. Like, what? You're just getting away with free labor. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's all weird. It all feels weird. No matter what it is, it all feels weird.
All right. I do want to point out we are at the 2-hour mark, and I feel like I need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
So we should do a little break.
Yeah, we can do a little break. I know I just got raids, so I think I might stay on for a little bit, and then I'll take a break. But if you want to take a break, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling pretty okay in terms of not needing a break. I went to the bathroom afterwards.
I think your moderators want you to take a break too.
Look, I know they do, but I've had this thing recently where if I take a break, I get out of the flow state.
Yeah.
How about I'll reach out and talk to the raiders, and I'll eat a bunch of Pringles on stream. How about that?
There you go. Snack.
Compromise.
It works for you. While I'm gonna do a quick, like, 5-minute or even less intermission just to use the bathroom, maybe grab like a granola bar or something, and be back. So I'll talk to y'all in like 5 minutes.
All right, see you in 5 minutes, Ike. And have a very good lurk, Joe. Thank you so much for hanging out and have a really good time playing Stardew. I have also been addicted to Stardew, so I hope you have a very good time. Pringles and water is not sustenance. It is when I don't have enough time to eat lunch right now. And it's 5:43, so it's not even lunchtime. Y'all, I can get an axolotl hat from my Minecraft account with this box of Frosted Flakes. That's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. I didn't realize that that Frosted Flakes gave you Minecraft loot. That's fun. But also, hello, Rogan's Raiders, as well as Joe's Raiders. We kind of did that, but hello, Rogan's Raiders. We started talking a lot about monetization and not a lot about how awesome Rogan is, and so I'm gonna rectify that. Rogan is an absolutely amazing variety streamer. He does archive streams every Wednesday, like he mentioned in chat, but he also plays a lot of really cool indie video games. A lot of like sci-fi stuff and a lot of like old retro stuff, so definitely go check him out. He's super, super awesome and a dear friend of mine. Please go give him a follow if you haven't already. If you have anything you'd like to show off or share any of your socials or things other than just your Twitch account, you are more than welcome to do so, Rogan. But also, I am Puddle Glum. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming in with the raid. And if anybody is here from either Joe Still or Rogan's raids that would like to tell me what your favorite thing about their streams are, I would absolutely love to hear it. Please, please tell me what your favorite things about those streams are. And yes, please pay your interns. But I think I'm probably gonna take. Also, the thing with Twitch is that like they change their like how things work so often, and I don't look at my settings often enough in Twitch for me to like catch up on that. So I'll put a mental note. I don't have my notepad on. I'm very, very sorry, but I will make a mental note to after this stream go and turn off pre-roll ads because I already have the 30-minute ads thing happening. But yeah. And I wish that the economy didn't run on ads, but it does. And, you know, John, I respect your personal disdain for ads. Getting caught up on that. Lurk gonna pay bills and get dinner. Have a very good lurk as well, Rogan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, also for anyone coming in with Rogan's stream, since me and Ike didn't really tell you what we were doing, and we just told Joe's people, I'm very sorry for the redundancy. I'm gonna save while I wait for Ike. But today me and Ike are working on a Marvel cover challenge. Boo, 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 boo. There's a thing that Ike does every year, where for the months of like March and April, a bunch of artists are paired together and create do mashup covers of characters that they choose. This year I chose Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and Edgefit, who is my partner, and this chose Miss Marvel. He drew a cover for them. Well, I did a sketch for it, and then he finished it, and then he gave me a sketch, and I'm finishing it. Or using it as an inspiration, I guess, is more accurate, but still a very good sketch and a very good idea. And now I'm working on it, and Ike is working on one that him and another person named Bearded were doing of She-Hulk and Nightcrawler. And me and Ike are streaming together because Ike sadly was not able to stream with Bearded, and so I am stepping in and doing a little co-stream action while we work on our covers together. So I need to breathe while I talk. Why do I never breathe while I talk? I don't understand. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So welcome on in. I am working on line art. The line art is taking me longer than I expected, but we're very close to being done with the line art, and we're very, very close to starting working on color. So welcome on in. Hello. It's lovely to have you all. Thank you so much for being here. That me. I'm getting closer and closer to getting full social hearts with everyone, which is a part of Stardew I've never really interacted with much before, except to get a couple specific recipes. That's really cool. Yeah, in my like year 5 save, I still am not full hearts with everybody. I'm full hearts with I think most people, but I'm still not full hearts with everybody. I'm not even full hearts with Krobus, which is a crime. I'm wondering if I like buy multiple small boxes of Frosted Flakes.
And it looks like
hello, Ike.
It was a perfect time for me to take a quick little break because my parents just got back from being out and about and brought leftover pizza. So I'm going to be able to reheat that for dinner after stream. Pizza!
That's awesome. That's super, super awesome. Hell yeah. Advertising has gone from irritating me in my mid-20s to actively infuriating me.
Yeah.
It mildly irritates me, and I mostly just ignore it.
Yeah. Very often at this point, with a lot of my services I use, and I feel like this is a common viewpoint on advertising, is your advertising is going to work less if you interrupt me and the thing that I am enjoying. If I have to stop enjoying the thing that I am doing to see your advertisement, I'm going to despise you.
Yes.
Not actually want your product or service.
That's 100% true. And I've been getting actively irritated with like YouTube, like one 30-second ad like before or like in the middle of a long thing on YouTube back when I was like, fine, whatever, that's just how it is. But now where it's like there could be like 3 minutes worth of ads that you have to sit through before you can skip through them. I'm like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen YouTube.
Yeah. It's like I was okay with ads at the beginning or the end of videos on YouTube for the most part. But when they made it so that there are ad breaks in long content, I'm like, one, this is extremely rude because you're clearly not working with the person who created that video to make a natural point in which there should be a break.
Yeah.
It's just random. Whereas back in the day, you know, with TV, they would schedule in ad breaks. So there would be natural pauses to where an ad would play. Because that was a system in which they worked with the advertiser to like create this break. But now it's like ads are so prolific, you just have to expect them to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's less it's more abrupt, it's more interruptive than ads used to be. Ads used to just be an expected thing. And also there's this feeling now, it seems, where it's like, it's almost like ads you used to be able to ignore. The concept of the ad was, if you were interested, you'd watch it. If you weren't, you didn't. And the advertisers didn't care, because it was just like, whoever is gonna see their product or want their product will engage with the advertisement. But now it's like, you have to pay attention to our ad. You cannot skip it. You cannot avoid us. We are there always.
Yeah.
And it's like,
when there's ad breaks in the videos and they drop their sponsored by chat in the middle of things rather than at the start or end of their content, they've lost me forever. Yeah, a lot of people do that in the middle now, and
there can be clever ways to include your sponsor if it's related to the topic of your video, or if you have like a almost like a comedy segue into it.
Yes.
Like if your sponsor allows you to be kind of silly and go off script in a way, that's fun and fine with me. But yeah, I also dislike just a jarring segue into this VPN service that has nothing to do with the theme of the video that I'm watching.
Yeah. Some creators do a really good like segue into the middle of the thing, especially if it's like related to what they're doing. But
I feel like
a lot of creators don't, and it's really fucking annoying.
It's always a VPN, man. It's a VPN or a meal service.
Yeah, it's always HelloFresh or NordVPN.
Yeah. Yep. Or, of course, the old joke was Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
But I think everybody is now onto the scheme for Raid Shadow Legends. So, Raid Shadow Legends basically gets away with free advertising in a way because of their requirements for you to get paid. You are actually required to have the people who use your code or whatever get to a certain level in the game or play for a certain amount of hours before you can get paid. And they have to be new, not returning players.
Yeah.
And so like all of these restrictions basically make it so that you don't get paid and they just got free advertising. Like fuck you. Like and it's a scam. Or that one, yeah. John, I've been seeing AFK Journey on my Facebook feed all the time now since the last maybe like 3 or 4 days, and I've never heard of it before. Or it's always those clearly fake games where the advertisement is like, I'm a little tiny isometric guy with a number over my head. I hit someone with a smaller number and now my number goes up. But then I'm stupid
those ones.
and hit
Or like the
with a
ones
bigger
where you
number
have to
than
like
me.
move.
Then I fall down and then I have to start over again. It's like, this is so stupid because if you understand how the game works, you would never do that. Like,
Yeah.
the whole idea of bigger numbers, smaller numbers, such a stupid concept for a game. It was the same with those, like, Kingdom games,
Yep.
where it's like, oh, I'm level 100 king, so I get the women, you know, the money, and it's like...
Oh my god. Yeah, I get a lot of ones that are like the Sultan games, where you're like, I start at baby, and I have to, it's so stupid. Or like the ones where like there's like a king at the bottom of a funnel, and there's like piranhas that are coming to get him, and you have to like save him.
Yeah. Yeah, or like pull this pin to have this thing fall, but if you do it in the wrong order, you fall into a vat of acid and die. Like, and it's like they always do the stupidest thing that is clearly the wrong choice, and then they're like, no one can beat this level. And it's like, yeah, if you can, if you had an IQ over, 40, like, so stupid.
Not the fucking
so
king with
clickbaity,
the
but
water.
Yeah. It's always so, like, clickbaity because it makes you
Angry?
infuriated with how stupid they are
Yeah.
to lose. Like, it's like, you can clearly see the correct way to do this, and you're just, like, pulling on a little thing that won't move, or, like, clicking on a thing that does nothing. It's like, it's rage bait. It's rage bait.
Yeah. I was actually interested in one of those games once until I went to the App Store, and one of them was $7.99 a week subscription act. Yeah.
Or it's like, it's just a way to push ad revenue.
Yep.
Most of those games are just a way for them to have ad revenue, because you have to watch an ad every time you, like, finish a level, or, like, click a button. Like, yeah. Or you see an ad for a game, and then you go to check it out on, like, the Play Store or something, and it's a completely different
game,
like, UI or graphics. Like, it's not that game, and they used, like, video from another game to advertise that game. Like, it's all just, again, ad revenue scams. There are so much of the internet now is just bogus, low effort content for people to get ad revenue.
Yep. 100%.
Making ChatGPT rage bait articles that are, like, just scraping, like, game reporting news or, like, stuff like that, and it's all about the ad money. Man, I can just game the system and farm the clicks. That's why there were so many of those slideshow style, like, articles, is because every time you click next, it loads a new page, and that loads a new ad, meaning more ad revenue for that host. That's why articles that could be one page, because they're only 9 sentences long, string it out with a slideshow.
And then, like, there's breaks in between, like, the information worth, like, a giant ad that you have to scroll past.
Yeah. Same with a lot of the, like, cooking recipe websites.
Yep.
They have these long bodies of text because you have to scroll through it and get an ad every paragraph or so, and they get money for engagement. It's the exact same reason why I hate those TikTok channels that stitch other clips of, like, either comedies or movie pieces, but then there's, like, some random person doing crafting or woodworking in the corner, is because they want your attention enough that you engage long enough for them to get those engagement metrics.
Yep.
But there's nothing substantial there. It's not, like, actual content,
This whole stream has just been how shitty capitalism is. Being a creative in capitalism.
As the, yeah. as someone who isn't just, doing some sort of like manufacturing or I don't know.
Someone who doesn't have a real job.
Yeah, a real job, quote unquote, that you hear all the time. When are you, gonna get a real job?
Call me Brennan Lee Mulligan because I'm about to go off about capitalism.
Tribute to society in some way. Jeez.
I just saw a pack of rice at the store with a big sticker labeled plant-based. Gee, I sure hope it is.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, there's this other hilarious brand that I saw that was plant-based crackers. And I'm like, buddy, what do you think wheat is?
Yeah, what?
Like,
are you saying vegetable-based crackers? Like it's made out of something else? Or like it's made out of fucking wheat? What the fuck?
yeah.
Also,
Grain.
hello,
What do you
G-Weezy.
think a grain is?
Hello.
Or the most egregious one I ever saw, and I don't know if it ever legally got changed or anything like that, but was when people first started really getting into looking for things being labeled as gluten-free. I swear I saw gluten-free water. And I'm like, of
What?
fucking course it is. It's
What else would
water.
it be? What the fuck
It
else
is-
would it be, huh?
H2O. Like, there is no proteins of gluten in this water at all, or at least I fucking hope there isn't. Like,
Sorry, I dipped my water
filtration is-
in bread.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, isn't bread isn't the only source of gluten.
No, of course not.
Like,
What?
it's an essential protein. Like, like it's gonna be in other things, but like still, yeah, it's just so goofy to imagine people putting these labels on things that is very, very clear, and it's just because of the trend. It's to get those consumer conscious people who are like,
Yeah.
oh, I have to buy this trendy thing.
Also, hi, Alistair.
started
Welcome on
Fallout 4
in.
again.
Hello. I have started Fallout 4 again, and I have downloaded a Lucy McLean preset. Lucy is in the Commonwealth. Hooray!
Cool. I like that Fallout 76 has added a skin that you can download for their like backpack and things, so you can get the Vault 32 stuff. Like that's a fun little treat for players. I think that's neat. I haven't logged into Fallout 76 in a hot minute, otherwise I would, but like, I know that it's a ploy to get people back into the game, even for a little bit. Like, it's
Now that the show is out.
just how live service, that's just how live service games work. Like, it makes me think of with Destiny and how they always have some sort of like new event, or like there's like a battle pass in a game that you only have limited time to unlock. Like, I know what it is, I know it's just a tactic to get me back into your game.
As John said, marketing degrees were a mistake. There's a distinction between something like sugar-free and 0 grams sugar per serving. That is true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We can all blame Don Draper for all of these problems.
Fair.
The Mad Men character was.
Diet water TM. My god.
Yeah. One of my favorite jokes as a kid, which feels like it's all the more like real, in terms of like just how ridiculous advertising can be and like scams, is this joke that I always loved to tell, which was you get a product that is instant water. Just add water, and it's like a can, an empty can.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's not a joke anymore.
Nope. Oh, it's certainly not a joke anymore.
That bad.
We, Alright. We are now ready to do coloring! Hooray!
Yeah. I am nowhere near that. Interpreting Bearded's line art is a whole job in itself. Like, I'm literally, at this point, I'm literally doing the job of inking in the comic industry.
Yep.
I am not, doing my own thing. There's like a layer of interpretation here that makes this slower. And if I was just drawing my own drawing from start to finish.
Also, Danny says that there is grilled cheese and tomato soup, but it's in the grilled cheese is in the can, and I don't like that.
I've heard of that recently, and I want to know why. Not how. I'm sure they figured out a how. It's the why. Why?
Why would you do that? Why?
Why? Insert exasperated preacher man. Why? 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 I love referencing that video.
Oh, fine.
I feel like not a lot of people know that one, but it's so good.
I know exactly what you are referencing.
Why?
Why?
Alright. See how I'm looking here. She-Hulk is like halfway done.
Marshmallows with 100% fat-free on the label, but yeah, they're 100% sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta wonder, like, what kind of sugar, because, like, is it, like, sugars that our bodies can easily break down? Is it sugars that are good for us? Because, of course, our bodies need sugar, that's how our brains work. But, like, is it the right kind of sugar? No. I feel like I gotta use more information about her leg muscles here. I feel like there's a lot going on her arm muscles, but then her leg muscles aren't there in mine.
Edgerfit says, this week my company was advertising a job for an IT technician based in the production plant, but the headline of the listing was plant-based IT technician required, and me and a friend of mine had to look at it with the fry squinty eyes for about a minute or two to figure out what they actually meant. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. I realized why it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, because I was doing it on the wrong layer.
Alright. Gotta find a reference for leggies. Looks like a similar post.
Kind of trying a new coloring style for this, because I really like the line art with sort of painterly coloring underneath it, so I'm trying that out. We'll see how that works.
Yeah, a lot of comic books like to do solid, like areas of solid blacks in the line art, but then doing like airspray gradients.
Mm-hmm.
Like a classic comic coloring technique.
And also, this is at night, so getting those darker colors.
It's the moon!
With the moon, because she's a moon
Can't
girl.
have a moon girl. Of the moon.
She gotta have the moon.
Tonight we steal the moon! There's this hilarious video that I've seen that's like it's always those goofy almost clickbaity like men versus women, like how they do things differently, and it'll be like women on Halloween, and it'll show like cosplayers and all this stuff, and then it's like men on Halloween, and it's just this video of all these guys in a back alleyway dressed like minions, and one dude in the middle yelling that we're still the moon, and then they're all like ah! And it's just, you can tell it's entirely not serious.
Oh yeah.
But it's it's funny. It's like the other videos of like talking about like women going to the restroom. It's like, you know, women, like they say women go to the restroom in pairs, and then it's like men in the restroom, and it's that video of all the like high school boys singing the Halo theme song together, like completely stupid shit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, Ursa, welcome on in. Meowdy to you as well. How's it going?
You're just gonna come around here and not say Yee Claw?
Yee Claw?
Meowdy? Yeah. Crab with cowboy hat. Yee Claw.
I like Yee Claw. That's fun. Long day, much work still to do. No! I'm sorry, Ursa. That sucks. Are you still at work? Or do you just have a lot of work to do at home? We're to the point of this drawing where Bree just frantically puts colors on the canvas and then blends the shit out of them until we get to color matching that I like.
Hmm.
Because that's the beauty of digital painting, is you can always just keep adding and adding and adding, and then when it gets to be too much, it's so much easier to erase than real painting.
Yeah.
Which
John,
SGDs
that
did it work
acronym you used, for some reason, I read that as not an acronym, but like, swear to God.
Oh.
Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that acronym meant swear to God. I'm like, why are you saying, Bree, I swear to God? Like, what's happening? Are you...
He's mad at me about my coloring technique.
You need...
John, I don't think we ever actually
about
worked on any
no
SGDs
chancla?
together. You started working on SGDs after I stopped working on SGDs.
What is and that thing? Is it some sort of RPG thing?
I might,
Supplemental something?
I think I did the cover for 7. I know I did the cover for 7.
I'm gonna make the Hulk's knee more apparent in the background.
Past midnight, so I'm off to bed. Thanks for a lovely chill stream while I still draw this in your style. Being a lot slower than Edge of Midnight means I get time to keep evolving the concept, which slows me down more. No worries. No worries, Lemon. I hope you have a very good time working on it. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Have a very good sleep. Get some good rest, my friend.
Alright. There we go. She-Hulk and Nightcrawler are done, and now I get to work on the background.
Yay, background.
Yeah, so I'm probably not, I don't know if I'm even gonna finish the line art for today's stream.
I believe
I
in
don't
you,
know how
Mike.
much longer we plan on streaming for.
I usually end after 3 hours, which we're getting close to.
Yep.
But
So that's why I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna finish the background, because I have the weight rack and then the like exercise equipment and the reflection ceiling. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to quickly import in the little logo, the MC3 logo that I made for like the publisher's mark in the corner.
yeah, I've been using that template that you made with the publisher's mark on it, but I haven't put the like title on it yet, and I'm a little worried that
I'm
it's
not
gonna
sure
look
what
good.
I'm gonna do if I'm for a title or not. Like, I feel like there's definitely a good spot for one. Like right here, naturally, there's like an empty space in the composition for a title.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just gonna be, if anything, I think I would do like the classic She-Hulk title. I feel like there was a, or maybe I'm just thinking of the regular Hulk, but I could have swore there was a time in the comics where like the Hulk line of comics was like a brick wall that was being broken.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was Hulk, and then they may have did an homage for She-Hulk with that.
Yeah, it just feels like a real memory, but it could be something else. But there have been so many different versions of titles. Oh yeah, see, that was also what I was thinking, is that maybe possibly could have been like the Thing from the Fantastic Four.
Oh
not
yeah.
Hulk.
Could be the Thing.
There's definitely been like logos made out of bricks for like Hulk and She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking up titles instead of working.
Hey, that's part of it. That's part of working.
Yeah, I gotta find a title I want to use. kind of like that one.
Hi, bud. We've got a screamer.
Could maybe recreate that in a way.
Hi, bud. Welcome on in. Ooh, it's raining where you are, Ursa? It's like 80 degrees.
Yeah, I think I found a good inspiration for a title that I want to use.
Hi, bud. I mean, if you want, Brie, I can grab the clip files for the titles I did for you, since because of how I did my art and how you did yours, our pieces kind of look like 2 issues of the same story. That is true. That is true. I'd love that, Edgefit. I usually just import titles, but...
You know what? I think I'll actually kind of shift gears and work on the title instead of the background. I think that's something I can do in the rest of stream here.
Hi. Hi, sir. Did you guys get to see that on camera? I have no idea if you did. Yeah, it was like mid-70s midweek, and then this cold front came in yesterday with rain, so it's like 55 right now. You finally got our rain that we were getting over the weekend.
There's a version of the She-Hulk title that is like...
Hi, buddy.
It has... The word
Hi,
Hulk
sir.
is really big and blocky.
All right. You don't have to nibble me. You don't have to nibble me. Ow, buddy. No nibble. No nibble. Just vibes. No. We're now at the point of the day where Dandelion is like, all right, I've napped for the whole day. Now it's time for you. Now it's time for you to let me go outside again.
Oh, I can hear that through the mic.
Oh, you can hear his little purrs. I mean, he was like literally right next to the mic.
Yep.
He purrs when he's excited, which is real weird.
It's a calming thing.
Yeah, when he's on like a curiosity streak, he purrs. Oh, actual small child. Oh, a marvelous distraction. Oh, we are on page 3 of Dandelion names. Oh my god, so many names. Hi, buddy. You've appeared on stream so much. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, I'm rendering a dinosaur right now. Isn't that crazy?
A Nanothor.
I decided to do the dinosaur first because it's a little bit easier than all of the different colors of the superheroes.
Yeah.
Okay. He's biting
I think
me.
that is my guideline here for a title.
Hi. Hello? Are you gonna melt? Oh. He melt and bite my he melt and bite my elbow.
Munch.
Munch. His little hands on my titties. 36 titles so far, because I only add them when I'm able to catch a stream and I see him appear. I mean, that's still quite a lot of streams. Granted, it's been since August of last year. Yeah, Dandelion, propriety, please. Get your hands off my titties. Oh yeah. Who's a good melty boy?
TOS.
Who's a good melty boy? Yeah, you are. Well, guess I'm not gonna draw anytime soon.
It is now your turn for a cat break. I had mine earlier.
Yes. It's my turn for a cat break.
We're now anointed.
This is a Christian family-friendly stream. No, it's not. Look, I don't try to do adult content here, but I swear way too much for this to be a family-friendly stream. Able to tilt my camera down. There we go. There you go. You can see the boy now. Look at him. Now he's just hanging out in my arms.
Correct.
You're working on that is a really good looking title so far.
Thanks. I'm just trying to recreate one I saw, but I'm going to add my own twist to it after I get the basic form in here.
Ah, he has now decided that it is belly showing hours. There, I'll scoot back a little bit so you guys can see his full belly vibes. He's such a sweet boy. Except for that when he wants attention, he decides to nibble you.
Now my plan is to make the Hulk lettering look like a brick wall.
Ooh, very cool. He's purring up a storm. Such a good boy.
I was listening to. Change playlists.
Okay, I can use one of my arms now. Not my drawing arm, but I can use one of them to zoom out so you guys can still now see the whole thing. There we go. Now you guys can see the whole piece. Rather than just the arm that I zoomed in on. Ooh, I love the brick wall vibes. Now it's just commentary while I hold my cat.
It feels pretty pretty retro.
Very retro. I like it. Oh, I just dropped my pen on the ground.
Oop. Whoopsie doodles.
Updating your portfolio all in one go is such a pain. What are all the things I've worked on in the last 4 years of freelancing? Since before I like fully updated it,
doesn't sound any fun. No?
Yeah. Before I fully updated my portfolio earlier this week, I had been working on like what I wanted it to like look like now for like months and months and months and months and months. So I finally had enough brain power to finish it up on Monday.
For sure.
Oh, that's looking so good, Ike. My gosh. Making a whole new website on Squarespace, and I'm just listing all of my games work. Yeah, making a whole new website with a whole new, like, way things work is... Oh, look at his little face. Oh, look at his little face. Don't mind me. I'm just taking this time to respond to messages. Because I can do that with one hand. While I just watch Ike's awesome line art happen.
I'm gonna make the K a little bit different because it has round parts, whereas the rest doesn't. So it's gonna be like almost sort of not quite cobblestone.
Oh, are you getting down, bud? All right, he's getting down. All right.
A little different.
Freedom.
So, hello, tree. What's going on, tree?
So long, buddy. I need to get my pen off the ground. Hold on. Hold on.
Throwing down your pen in a rage.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
Let's see what we can do. Making these.
It has been a month-long project between other stuff. Well, yeah. Updating a portfolio is a whole. It's a whole undertaking.
Right. Right. So there's the Hulk part. Now I gotta write the she part.
The Hulk part looks great. I can't wait to see the she part.
And I feel like that'll be where we'll have to end, because we're really close to 3 hours.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna try finishing up blending this lovely dino, and then that'll be the end of our stream. Guy just asked for my number in the grocery store. That is my sign to get out of the grocery store. My god. That is the sign to get out of the grocery store. Why are you picking up people in a grocery store, sir?
Yeah, that's kind of not the move.
That's not the move. Let people live their goddamn life.
I mean, you can approach people at, like, third places in terms of, like, places you choose to be at, like a bar, or a music venue, or a festival, but, like, don't hit on people at necessities. Gas stations, grocery stores, doctor's offices. Like,
yeah. That's weird.
People have to be there. Like, you know, they're there for a reason of like, you know, acquiring important stuff for life. Like, you gotta approach people at, like, entertainment things and, like, things they chose to be there for, you know?
He was one of the deli counter guys. That's even weirder.
I'm not really sure on that. Sold on the chi part of the shield.
I mean, it looks nice. Maybe look at it with the brick wall.
Yeah, I'm just like, not, the text isn't extremely uniform. It's just kind of, it's all right. I'm sure it's a very like indistinct portion of the entire image, so that I feel like I don't need to worry about it that much.
Yeah.
I'm now going to, however, extend the, like, 3D-ness of it, like the source image has.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's 0 to 100 real quick there, Danny. That's fucking weird.
Now, we just go like that. And we have...
Time to get out of the grocery store.
Looking at it, though, I feel like it needs a little more line weight. It just needed a little more line weight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring back the characters.
I'm quite pleased with Devil Dinosaur so far. He is looking rather good.
gonna color the title. Like, feels like something simple.
Ooh.
Schmancy.
I love getting a play-by-play of Danny's grocery store woes. Just makes me happy that I'm not currently at the grocery store. And I'm drawing this awesome dino instead.
A saving. Oh man, sorry Diffs, I forgot to switch your waifu swap way long ago.
You gotta swap the waifu.
Yeah.
How could you, like?
Yeah. I'm a criminal.
You are a criminal!
Now what I need to do, take a nice kind of softer green and make some of these like interior lines lighter in the bricks. Now if we isolate the title, got a nice little outline to it.
Just got back from walk. It's warm outside. Ooh. How warm is it outside? And is it a balmy 81 like it is here?
You know, if I am in the process of kind of blocking out color, might as well just quickly mask out She-Hulk and
Yeah, might as well just keep working,
too.
right?
Yeah.
That's always what I get to on these things. It's like, well, if I'm already doing this, I might as well do this. If I'm already doing, I might as well do this. That's sort of where I'm at for this one. It's like, 3 hours, but I could just keep rendering this dinosaur. I could just keep doing it. My stomach isn't grumbling. What do you mean?
I do be getting a little hungry.
80 to 81, too warm for real clothes. Yeah, it's like 80 to 81 here, which is wild, and it's probably not going to be that for... I think today might be the only day it's like that, but I might be wrong. I haven't looked at the forecast. Chancla and jail. Okay. We will end soon, I promise. I promise, Matt.
Alright, yeah, this is where I'm gonna call it.
But Devil Dinosaur is looking real good. Looking real good. Ooh, nice.
Next steps are to do the free weights in front of them, including their reflection, and then do super loose stuff for the background, just very like quick and maybe not even connect all the lines together because it's just like a impression of a reflection, completely accurate background, and I think that'll work because the focus is the characters, and I think the characters.
Yeah. I think you did really good this stream.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with how my interpretation of Bearded's lines have come out.
Yeah, they look great.
And, feels like a really good start to something. I'll probably work on this off stream and then maybe finish it on a future stream upcoming. Ooh. Since the comic cover challenge does end on the 28th, which is in 15 days, about 2 weeks. In fact, actually, I think my plan is, and I'll make an announcement in the challenge Discord, since the 28th is, I want to say, a Sunday this month. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah, so the 28th is a Sunday, so I want to actually spend the 27th, which is a Saturday, 2 weeks from today, doing a challenge review on my stream where I will show off all of the work that everyone has posted for their team ups.
Ooh.
And just kind of go over all the art and give it some appreciation, and then hopefully everybody posts on the 28th for Superhero Day.
Oh yeah, I should be done with this by then.
Yeah, we have a couple of weeks.
Got a couple weeks left, but I've made line art progress, which just means that I gotta color until I can't color anymore.
Heck yeah.
And then I'll be like, good enough. Good enough.
I'm really excited to do the lighting with this. Because I want to make some very like harsh shadows. Because of the like top-down lighting of the gym. I'm super excited to see how that turns.
That'd be really interesting.
Feels pretty good. I'm gonna save out a work in progress.
Alright. Devil Dinosaur, pretty much now I just need to clean up Devil Dinosaur and then he's pretty much done. Hooray! And by clean up I mean erase all of the outside of line color that I did.
Yeah.
But look at that!
See, that's one big reason why I like to have like my super cleaned up line art before I do color, is because then I can just use the magic wand tool and like mask stuff, and then I don't color outside the lines ever because I can't.
That is nice.
The program won't let me.
I maybe should learn how to do that. My line art is a lot less like connected than yours though, so I'd have to be more manual with it. But you know, whatever.
I mean, I do leave gaps in my artwork here and there that I have to fill in, but yeah, that's
yeah.
And with Bearded's line art being very similar to mine, but with more like line weight and more lines, this style just like really vibed. The way that
100%.
I draw, so excited.
All right, well there we go. Lot of drawing.
Here.
They're talking about capitalism complete. Ugh. Hooray! All of the lines are done. Devil Dinosaur is looking freaking superb. And yours looks super good. Lot of progress.
Yeah. I'm really, really happy with the muscles, the torso on Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it looks real good.
He's like jacked, but he's also really tiny. So like, he feels really muscular without him feeling like he's inflated.
Yeah, I agree.
Balloon man.
Very toned.
Now I'm looking and sneaking around to see if maybe I can find somebody for us to raid.
Yeah. Who do you have any raid suggestions for who we can double raid into?
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, of course, Blue Skittle is on.
Mhm. Blue's
But I
on.
almost maybe want to look for something new, but I'm just peeking through the art category real quick.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
People
But yeah.
making emotes.
Thank you to everybody who's been hanging out today. This has been super, super fun. Just kind of vibing and aha, my new website is live. Hey, you post that link, John. Post that link. I want to check it out. But hello. But not hello. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. This has been super, super fun. Thank you again to Rogan and Jay Stiller for the raids today. Thank you to everybody who subscribed and followed. Thank you to everybody who's been super excited about the Marvel Cover Challenge and talking about superheroes and stuff. It's been super, super fun. Also, if anyone in my chat is not following Ike, I don't know what you've been doing this entire time. Go follow Ike.
Also, if you aren't up to date, quick little shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, go for it.
My Kickstarter is still sitting steady at 117% funding. We're only $114 away from our first stretch goal, which will unlock an additional pin design and extend the manufacturing run. So if you want to check it out, I will sneak a link into Breeze chat and do the command on mine, since
Heck yeah.
I have such a thing.
Do it. Everybody go check out Ike's Kickstarter.
Yeah, and I have Comic-Con coming up in the end of May. So things are happening.
There are 19 days to go, and y'all need to get some bonded pins.
Hey.
They look super cute.
Going in the art category. I think Holy Bahangalongas, Batman. Good lord.
Holy bahangawongas.
It's so much anime titty. I think we can comfortably raid Skittle.
Yeah.
As long as Skittle is... Okay. Skittle will probably be ending in the next, 30-40 minutes, but...
Yeah, that's true.
We can whack us bunkus.
Yeah, let's whack us bonk
Right.
Skittle for a little bit and just say hi. Skittle's very lovely. And that is, I agree, John, that is a very slick website. Looking real good. Hell yeah. But yeah, other things that I want to talk about at the end of stream is, once again, the best place to support me is over on my Kofi. If you want to donate so we can get that Spring Gartic Extravaganza, we're at 32%, and we're very close, we're in the middle of April, so if you want to get that, it's only $200, so if a few people throw me $5, we'll get there. Also, you can become a member. Other ways to make the bar go up is to become a member of my sticker club. At the end of the month, I'll be sending out Taurus to a bunch of my members of my sticker club, which is super, super exciting. And you can get commissions from me on my Kofi and just donating on my Kofi as well. Sadly, buying things from my shop does not make the bar go up. But there are a bunch of new things in my coffee shop as well, so you can go and check those out. Other than that, I don't think I have a lot of other announcements. The next time I'm gonna be streaming is on Tuesday. I'll be continuing our legally distinct Galir Hermit over on right here at 4:30 p.m. Central, And yeah, it'll be regular vibes. When's the next time you're streaming, Ike, for people to go and check you out?
I will be back here on this same channel on Monday. Hopefully working on the last few of the sketch requests from my coffee fundraiser. So I'll be drawing people's busts of people's character requests.
Heck yeah.
On Monday.
Heck yeah, that sounds great. I'm excited. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Me and Ike are gonna head on out. Hello, CK. I'm sorry you're here at the end, but it's lovely to see you. Hello. And we're gonna go read Blue, so please stick around and let's go see another one of them.
Spell it right.
Huh?
Said, and make sure you spell it right so we don't get the old
Yes.
Phantom E raid.
Yes. A Blue with no E.
No, because that is, yeah, because that is another channel and with the E, and it'll take you where you don't want to go.
We don't want that. So, stick around, be a part of the raid, and let's go say hi to a lovely.
I don't know how to do that either, Blizzard Star. Maybe John can help you, or somebody else who has more experience with Kickstarters.
Yes. For all Kickstarter questions, go and ask John. He knows what's going on. But yeah.
Typed in the raid thingy, and I'm ready to hit enter and get that going in the countdown. So.
Sounds good.
Or shall we try to synchronize our watches here?
All right. I'm gonna hit raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
We're going.
Countdown. It's begun.
All right. Stick around, everybody. I'm gonna be hitting the ending soon screen. But bye, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. See you guys very, very soon.
Yep. Thanks for joining on our collab, and can't wait to see the finished covers.
Yeah. Bye. Dandy.
All right.
Stamp hours.